All right, bookworms and constant readers, welcome back to Final Girl Horror. I am Chelsea, and today we are doing another film review from the book 1001 Movies You Should Watch Before You Die. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I will put a link up here to the playlist that has information about the book and all of the movies. This is film number 19 on the list. And before I get started, like I say in every video, these are not ranked from best to worst. They're all put in alphabetical order in the front of the book. There's a film checklist that you can go by and just check off films as you watch them. They're all in alphabetical order. Right now we are in the A's. And film number 19 is The Adventures of Robin Hood. It is a PG film. It's the 1938 version. You can, if you want to watch it, it's on Tubi. And it is an hour and 42 minutes. This film was directed by Michael Curtis. It has two directors listed, Michael Curtis and William Keighley. Michael Curtis, some of his films that you would know are Casablanca and White Christmas. I couldn't find any famous films on the William Keighley, so I don't know if this was his only film he didn't do anymore or what. So, the stars of this film are Errol Flynn, who plays Robin Hood, Olivia de Havilland, who plays Maid Marian, and Basil Rathbone, who plays Sir Guy. So, what is this film about? It's about Robin Hood. I don't assume anything. It was bred into me when I was in the military. Assumptions are the mother of all fuck-ups. But I hope everybody has heard of Robin Hood and knows the story of Robin Hood. But if not, Robin Hood is a fictional character set in medieval England. It takes place in Sherwood Forest, and Robin Hood is Robin of Locksley. And I believe he is fighting the crown because of the way, I think it's the Saxons are being treated and overtaxed. And so what he does is his hideout is in Sherwood Forest, and every time the king or the rich drive through the forest, he attacks them, he raids and pillages their carriages, and he gives it all to the poor. And he is wanted by the king because what he's doing is an act of treason. That's the story of Robin Hood. What I like about this film is this is very old school Hollywood. Everything is a film set, and you can tell that it's a film set. It's not like shot on location like they do today with so much stuff. Like if you need a scene that takes place in a forest, you find a forest, you go there, and you film. Here, you can tell the forest is a Hollywood set. When they shoot in the castle, you can tell it's a Hollywood set. The stones of the castle aren't real stone. They've been painted to look like stone, or they're like molded out of foam or whatever. But those grand Hollywood sets of old movies, I still think they're cool today. That's one thing I really, really liked about this film. I don't know what it is. The old sets are just, they're cool. Like, you know that they're not really in a forest fighting, or they're not really in a castle fighting. but the sets are so grand and so well modeled and put together that it's just fun to watch. And this movie was fun to watch, even though it was way before my time. I don't know anything about Errol Flynn except for the name. I don't know anything about Olivia de Havilland except for the name. Like Errol Flynn, I didn't recognize any of the movies that he'd been. Olivia de Havilland, I have seen some of her other movies. She's in Gone with the Wind. She's in the miniseries from the 80s, North and South. And she's in the 1940s movies about Sherlock Holmes. Or no, that's Basil Rathbone. He's in the 40s Sherlock Holmes movies. He plays Sherlock Holmes. That's where I know him from. But besides that, I didn't recognize any of his movies. So what are the horror connections? This movie actually has a couple. So the director, Michael Curtis, he has done 3 horror films. In 1932, he did Dr. X. And then in 1933, he did Mystery at the Wax Museum. And then in 1936, he did a horror film called The Walking Dead. Olivia de Havilland, she was also in some horror films. One was called The Dark Mirror from 1946. Another is Sweet Caroline, Hush Hush, Sweet Caroline from 1964. And then she did one in 1972 called The Screaming Woman. But the biggest horror connection is Basil Rathbone. And if you see this guy and you're a fan of those old Sherlock Holmes movies, you'll immediately recognize him. That's what I know him from. But he did 16 different horror films throughout his career. Some of them were Son of Frankenstein in 1939, The Tower of London in 1939. He did The House of Fear in 1945, The Black Sheep in 1956, and Tales of Terror in 1962, just name a few of those 16 total horror films. I gave this a 3.5 out of 5. It was very good. It was my first time seeing it. I really enjoyed it. If you've seen this version of Robin Hood, what did you think about it? Comment below and let me know. Give this video a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Trying to get to 100 subscribers. We're getting close. We're over 70. So, almost there. Ring the bell so you know when new videos come out. And until next time, watch more movies and read more books.